We partnered with a number of New York City high schools where we basically took over their entire classroom, took over, not really, in collaboration with the teacher, their class for the full school year. And we first gave all the kids an introduction into psychology and neuroscience and research design, and then used them later as subjects in our study, where we recorded their EEG from the whole class and from the teacher while they were engaging in their regular classroom activities. So they were learning their normal biology content while we were recording their EEG and using different teaching styles. And so for 12 or 11 classes, and then also measured social closeness between the kids and a number of personality traits. In later studies, we also assessed their learning. So we had a number of factors that we found that predicted the extent to which their brain activity synchronized, and such as the classroom social dynamics, how close kids felt to each other was predicted by synchrony. Also their engagement, their classroom engagement, how engaged the student was in a given activity predicted how synchronized they were with each other, which speaks again to what was mentioned earlier already about attending to a stimulus being a strong predictor for synchrony. And we also found that some personality traits predicted the extent to which activity became synchronized between kids and between kids and the teacher. So, for example, kids who were more groupy, so to speak, so kids who like being in social settings better, also were more in sync, so to speak, with their classmates. And that factor in particular I found interesting and perhaps a little bit puzzling, and we're now trying to do follow-up studies in the lab, because we saw these kinds of effects, these kinds of social effects that should come online during social interaction. Also, if they weren't directly socially interacting with their peers, they were watching something in the same room or listening to a lecture, and not, even though they obviously were in a classroom and in a social environment, they weren't really doing a social task in that particular moment. Anyway, sorry. So that was kind of like a summary of what we